Okay, so in 2006 I was in the Hawaii Ironman in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, and at the far end of the bike course, we're riding along, and they just built a wind farm. If any of you guys have cycled, riding beside of a wind farm is not fun. And then later in the day, 134 miles in the day, you run a marathon, and you're running through lava fields with all these solar panels, and running in the heat is not fun either. At that moment, I got like totally overwhelmed by the force of nature and the weather and the energy of the earth, and I was like, these guys are doing something really meaningful with their lives. What am I doing with computing, networking, high performance computing, all the stuff I spent my career on? How do I intersect with the vision these guys have? I went back in 2010 and 2013, and I started triangulating how all this fits together. In 2017, we founded BluWave. So 2 years ago, we're doing quite well. We got a great team here in Ottawa using AI, connecting with IoT sensors in utility market to basically use renewable energy better and make sure. The big problem is a lot of it is wasted. We have booked $800K of revenue this year, which is a big deal for us, and we're on track to surpass our goal of $1 million revenue in our first year of operation. We have 5 US PTO patents, and we cumulatively raised $5 million. We also won the Smart Grid category at the World Energy Congress this year in Abu Dhabi. So that was a big win for an Ottawa company going up against world competition. So basically, I mean, here's the problem. If you turn on natural gas, you get exactly how much energy you think you're going to get out of it. But the utility operator, when they have to manage wind and sun, they have no clue what they're getting when. Our job is to stabilize all of that and make it smooth. If you're running a barbecue party at your house, you have to rely on your solar panel. At like 6:20 p.m. when the sun's going down, you might panic a bit and decide to turn on the gas. That's basically what the utility operator has to do like all the time for an entire city. So on the right in this graph, what you have is the old school energy, the nuclear, the big coal, and you have the big transmission system. It was a one-way energy down to our homes on the left. So on the left you have the cities. And then you have, now you've got all this renewable energy that plugs into the cities. And the utility operators are trying to figure out how to use that better in real time and not waste the renewable energy. In the middle, BluWave plugs in, connects up to all the sensors, predicts, optimizes, and controls what is happening to use that better. In this one, what we see is in the gray is the dirty energy. And the blue and green are wind-based energy in this case. It's right from a utility operator. And there's a thin black line. That's their actual energy need. And everything above that thin black line is like wasted energy. They either pay a penalty or big market pricing. So what BluWave does is we get that to zero, right? Well, I want it to be zero. My engineering director might not be so happy that I'm pushing for zero, but we get it close. What we do differently is we predict, optimize, and control in real time. There's a $4.2 billion TAM in the top right corner. Like every startup, we should be in the top right. Every investor knows that. And in our booth, you can see the real-time operations of our AI working through the cloud and dispatching energy live in a utility here in Summerside, Canada today. So you can see it right in our booth operating. So as I mentioned, the TAM is distribution utilities, enterprise customers, remote off-grid, and solar and utility wind and solar. That adds up to the 4.2 billion TAM I was talking about. We're on track. We already have 800K of bookings this year in our second year, which I think is decent given the slow-moving nature that people perceive of utility customers. Our target this year is 1 million. We should blow through. Next year is 4. 5 years from now is 66 using a direct sales model. Based right from here in Ottawa, our goal is to be the premier renewable energy AI company in the world. We got an all-star cast of performers on the team led by Mustafa Farouk Abadi, who's our Director of Smart Grid and AI. He is a top 40 under 40 winner, so he's a bit younger than me. And Hubert Sugang, who runs our platform engineering. On the business side, we have Mario Montana, Francois Edouard, who come from Fortune 500 companies, and lead our global expansion ambitions. In terms of traction, we got a lot of projects on the go. I mentioned Summerside and PEI. Right now, we're working on a test project at Tata Power to do all of the 36,000 times a year energy dispatch within 1% accuracy for the entire city of Mumbai, India, which is no small feat, and it's running through the cloud, through Ottawa, back to there. We got big projects with the Independent Energy System Operator of Ontario, IESO, and Hydro Ottawa, among others. So we closed $1.3 million pre-seed round last year. We're raising 3.9 now. 2.4 of that came from an SDTC, so it's non-dilutive, so every investor should be happy that we have a good runway. And we've already raised 1.2 of that, and 250K is open at a $12.5 million pre-money valuation. Minister McKenna announced his $6 million smart grid project with us earlier this year, partially funded by the SDTC money, to propel us to our goal of becoming the premier renewable energy AI company globally. So I want to take all the computing, networking, and SaaS and AI expertise here in Ottawa and dominate the world and kick butt. Companies in Silicon Valley, Shanghai, Bangalore, they're dead. We're coming to win. And that's it. Please invest.